Had a full house this morning in the scouting meeting. It's exciting. People are starting to come back from the road with great reports, a lot of great contacts. Things are heating up. It's exciting to see with the SEC, ACC, and Big Ten, our three partners, all doing fairly well in the USA Today coaches poll here in the early goings of the season. The SEC, of their 5 ranked teams, 4 of those are in the top 10. Also, the ACC with 4 teams ranked with a strong showing, and the Big Ten, of course, with 3. Should be good as we get into the meat of play here coming up this weekend.
Miami really just controlled the game with both lines of scrimmage. I mean, they dominated with their defensive line, just shut down the option, and their offensive line held Georgia Tech from ever getting close to their quarterback.
There were about 53,000 fans there on Saturday night. Had a chance to visit with Annabelle Myers, who's the SID, and Lee Fowler, who's the athletic director, and also to spend a little bit of time with Coach O'Brien right after the game.
On Georgia side, we did run into Damon, Director of Athletics for Georgia. Once again, told us what a great time he had last year here in Orlando. And then also Claude Felton. We talked to him a little bit and said the same thing. Definitely enjoyed the trip last year at the Capital One Bowl.
Are the Rebels for real? Can't tell by the first 2 games. Defense was awesome, but offense was still making some mistakes.
Did speak with Tyrone Nix. He acknowledged me as he came into the room. He's the defensive coordinator at Ole Miss. Said that we had a great bowl and that he would love to come here. And I think that's probably because they have been recruiting pretty heavily down in South Florida and would love to have a presence.
The fans are pretty jazzed about the team, needless to say. We're in kind of rarefied air for Ole Miss.
This week, Brian Torrent and I went up to the Nebraska at Virginia Tech game. Virginia Tech is one of the powers in the ACC conference, and a beautiful trip. It's up in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and as far as setting, you can't beat it. Game day experience there is among the best in the ACC. The fans are very, very supportive. And a lot of fun to be around. You get a lot of invitations, stop by their tents.
Some big games to watch. When you look at the ACC, Miami, Virginia Tech. Miami continues that brutal schedule. A big win over Georgia Tech last week. Virginia Tech at Blacksburg is going to be a big, big game. Then they get Oklahoma at home. If they can find their way through these next 2 games with victories, it should catapult the Hurricanes to the top of the rankings. Take a look also at an interesting game this week in the ACC with Florida State and USF. The South Florida Bowl is unbeaten this season. Go into Tallahassee and look to get the Big East some respect. In the SEC is going to be a lot of fun this weekend. 2 big games, in my opinion, that we got to watch and may have implications for the Capital One Bowl. Arkansas, Alabama, and Ole Miss, South Carolina. That's a big game for those 2 teams and should have a big impact on the end of the season. Finally, in the Big Ten, you never know which University of Illinois team is going to show up, but they're going to go play Ohio State this weekend, and that is a big matchup for both of those schools. Penn State and Iowa both unbeaten, and Indiana, Michigan unbeaten as well. Everybody's fired up to get into conference play, and I can't wait for next week's meeting, as it should be a lot of fun.